Beijing's announcement that it is considering banning gasoline and diesel cars from its smog-clogged roads promises to accelerate a push towards electric vehicles, a race in which Chinese car makers have everything to gain. The government did not give a date for the ban, but it mirrors decisions made by France and Britain to outlaw the sale of such cars and vans by 2040. But Jin Gobin, the Vice Minister of Industry and Information Technology, told a forum in the north city of Tianjin that its ministry has started a relevant research project and is working on a timescale for China. If China turns its back on fossil fuel cars, it could change the car industry forever. With annual sales of some 24 million vehicles, China is home to 1 in every 4 new cars on the planet. And by 2024, analysts at Alex Partners, a research firm, forecast sales will climb to 42 million vehicles annually, accounting for 36% of the global market. By comparison, France and Britain each record sales of some 2 million new vehicles per year. Put simply, if China says no more to the internal combustion engine, the rest of the world will have to follow, because the rest of the world can't afford to lose the Chinese car market. This poses the question, of course, what are the implications for the other car makers? Well, by law, foreign car makers are required to team up with Chinese companies if they want to do business in the country. And with China also mulling quotas for electric vehicles, in another move that could jolt the industry, traditional car giants in Europe, the United States and Japan have no time to waste in expanding their range of hybrid and electric cars. Domestically, electric cars only account for just shy of 2% of total sales in China at the moment, but growth has been spurred by government incentives, and this figure is likely to grow steadily and could skyrocket in the coming years. Anticipating the industry's revolution, Chinese firms already dominate the production of electric motors and batteries. As Bill Russo predicts, the era of the combustion engine will end on a time schedule where China can assure itself that its own domestic car makers are capable of delivering the solution they want to see on the road. While pedestrians and cyclists in pollution-plagued megacities may breathe easier around the purr of electric cars, how green the vehicles are depends on how clean the manufacturing process was. In China, fossil fuel plants, with their climate-altering carbon emissions, still power the bulk of the country's factories. Promising to clean up in its act, the government has also said that it wants 20% of Chinese power consumption to come from low-emission energy sources by 2030, up from 11% currently. In France, which derives 75% of its energy from nuclear power, a massive switch towards electric cars could theoretically translate into a significant reduction in harmful carbon emissions. Any electric car boom will also bring scrutiny to the environmental footprint of battery production, from the extraction of raw materials like lithium to the complex recycling of toxic components. To be sure, pushing the electric engine past the gasoline-powered vehicles we currently have is going to be an uphill struggle. But new technologies, like better batteries and speedier charging stations, will help accelerate the transition. Just like the CEO of Shell, it's hard to argue that the transition to electric mobility is anything but inevitable. Clearly, what we see on the roads today is just the beginning. And whether the electric revolution is blue, white or red, it's only just getting started.